So today we're gonna be smoking a prime rib. Look guys, we gotta get some cooking done, right? Let me show you what I got here. I went ahead and picked up this prime rib locally here from a meat market, Midway meat market. It's my go-to place. It is, look at that. Wow, golly. Would you just look at that thing? It's just beautiful. So they've gone ahead and already tied it up for me. They cut the bone off and they set it back down on there. And we're gonna cook this. So this is about, it is 5.6 pounds, right? The total weight. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna season it. And this is a seasoning that I found just very randomly, kind of like whatever, but it's a garlic sea salt. Let me see if I can get that zoomed in really quick. That's your garlic sea salt. And we're gonna sprinkle that on there. So what I like about this is it's very simple ingredients, but we're gonna give it a really good coating. We're gonna smoke it, you know, to an internal temperature of about 135 degrees, which is medium rare. We'll get our smoker pit ready and stuff. We're just gonna smoke out at the front porch. How about that? So I always like to start by lighting up the firebox with some type of coals. They'll catch a little quicker, you know, and it'll create a nice hot coal bed there. So once you got that hot coal bed and then you start putting your firewood, it'll light the firewood that much easier, right? It doesn't take a whole lot of charcoal. I mean, I'm just gonna literally light this up to create a hot coal bed in here, and then I'm just gonna start putting my firewood on top of it. It's just gonna help it to kind of stay hot, right, and dry out any moisture from it, but you don't need a whole lot. So I always say that when you light these pits up, ramp them up slowly. So start them low with basically this much, and you can use whatever. You can use charcoal briquettes, you can use lump, whatever you want, but just get it going, and then load it with your firewood, and you'll see what I'm talking about, okay? It might help if the damper's open. While our fire's getting ready, let's go ahead and prep our prime rib. So we're at 1.5 hours in on this particular cooker, and I've only fed it twice, and we're running about just under 200, like maybe 270 degrees, give or take. All right, so here's a shameless plug. We're using a ThermoPro thermometer or meat probe, right? And this is the model TP420W. So it actually's got this probe right here, just like so. And it also has an infrared reader, so you can change the setting to see what the temperature is on the outside of your protein as well as on the inside. So anyways, if y'all guys are interested, I will put in a link in the description as well as a coupon code for 15% off. That's 15% off of one of these or any product that they have on the link exclusively in the description. So if y'all guys are interested, definitely look into it because they absolutely work. Anyways, let's get to measuring the temperature on the prime rib. Let's just see what it looks like after, like I said, we put it in at 12, so an hour and a half so far. And let's just see what the internals say. So really quick, just wanted to show you the temperature. Right now we're running at about 260, give or take. But let me show you inside what's going on in the firebox. And you'll see that that's pretty much all the coals that are in there. I'm gonna go ahead and add a split in there while I got it open just to let it breathe, you know, and get that lit up. Well, I'm gonna add a couple of splits actually because I cut them down just a little bit smaller. And that's gonna light up and it's gonna hold that temp really, really well. Let's see what we're working with here. Ooh, that looks amazing. All the way around. Look at that beauty. That's looking pretty good. We're about 89 degrees. That's doing pretty good. We're looking to get somewhere around about 130 to 135. That's what we want. The prime rib is ready. We already got it to temp, so now we're just gonna put it into this little cooler. But I made a small little foil boat, and then we're gonna let it rest in there. But check it out. So now we're just gonna wait on the potatoes. But look at that. What do y'all guys think? So we're gonna see. It's gonna go in here. And we're just gonna let it sit just like that. And then once our potatoes are done, then we can go and eat. So we might actually get to have an early dinner. All right, guys, so we just got this prime rib all cooked up. It's been resting for a little bit. So let's pull out my trusty knives. And then we're gonna slice it up and let's just see how it turned out. Also, hey, look, I got this prime rib over at Midway Meat Market. So for y'all guys that are here locally in the Katy, Brookshire, Sealy, Fulshire area, go give them a look-see, man. They actually got some really good protein. And they actually cut the bone off and then they put it underneath and then he tied it for me, right?
Oh, neat.
It's all about presentation, but all about, you know, with the flavor and everything. So he did a really good job. They always take real good care of me. They always know that I'm gonna do something every time I go in there to cook. And they're like, what you gonna be doing today? You know, so anyways, let's get this. Look at that right there. It's looking really nice. Let's go ahead and get a slice in really quick. Ruth is already
I'm drooling.
mouth-watering. I am too. All right, ready? You ready, Ruth?
Okay.
All right, we're gonna cut this. I'm just gonna go down right here, which is that piece of that rib. Just take a look at that. Ooh, man. That looks pretty good. Nice medium rare. It was about 135 degrees internal temperature. So I think it's gonna be just right. It's looking really good. Like I'm very pleased with it. And like I said earlier, this is the second time that I've done a prime rib. The first time I just did it at home in the oven, going off of an online recipe. Kind of the same thing here in terms of like how to cook it, you know, but on the 94 Fathom, when we started off, it was just a small coal bed. And then we used some splits, and it wasn't very many splits. I think a total of this was like a 4.5 hour smoke. Excuse me. And I think I used about 4 splits, you know, and I broke those into smaller pieces just so I can, you know, I can manage the fire wood roll. But it held temp really good. It cooked good. It looks like it's got a real nice spark, real good flavor, and it's cooked through and through, you know, so nice in that low and slow, but not for too long, because this is only about 5.5 pounds, right? So it's not gonna take forever to cook a piece of meat this big. But man, I mean, I'll tell you what, just would you look at that? That is just perfect. Guys, we're at the corner of Ross Street and Highway 90 in Brookshire, Texas. If you find yourself needing a smoker pit, let me know. We can help you guys out. And if you've got the will and the skill, but not the dollar bill, let my banking partner help you. And don't forget, we are your prime barbecue company. Peace.
That's yum.
That's excellent.